Welcome to God's basement, which I can only assume is some kind of hell. I don't actually know anything about this game other than it's horror based. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's get scared. What does God's basement behold? This really reminds me of the Stanley parables. Don't hang up, I'm on my way.
Hello, and welcome to God's Basement, a place for special individuals such as yourself. I realize that you may be a bit confused at the moment, but don't worry, everything will be explained soon. You might not be able to remember everything about your past just yet, but those memories will return soon. You might be wondering who else is here, but you'll meet the inhabitants of God's basement soon enough. I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Whenever you're ready, exit the room and keep walking until you find the room with the blue light. From there, I'll provide further instructions. Also, if you see or hear anything strange or unusual, ignore it to the best of your ability. I'll talk to you once you reach the designated area. Good luck.
Should you trust somebody who tells you to trust them? I don't know. Right, so find a room with blue light and ignore anything strange. I can do that. Can I though? I like the strange and unusual. Family tree. We are James, and we are young. A guide. Welcome to the afterlife. Don't remember everything. Your memories will return shortly. Again. And lastly, trust the operator. Well, we are definitely dead then. Good to know. A fatal accident that occurred last weekend is currently being investigated. Reports say that an elderly couple, along with their infant grandson, were driving along an interstate highway when the driver lost control. The vehicle swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The driver, a retired elderly man by the name of Frank Young, so that's our grandfather, was killed in the accident along with his infant grandson, Kevin Young. The only survivor of the crash, Margaret Young, is in stable condition. Rumors suggest that alcohol might have been involved in the incident, but there is insufficient evidence to properly conclude the suspicion. Well, we've already got a dark storyline going on. Granddad crashed from possibly drunk driving, killed our younger brother. A teddy bear. I wonder if that belonged to a brother. Let's investigate. Ooh, blood. Yeah. So Kevin and Frank, they dead. And Margaret, the grandmother, she was in the car. That's pretty brutal. Deceased. Cause of death unknown. Was raised by his grandmother for most of his life. Interesting. We were raised by Granny. How come, huh? I wonder if the parents had a mental breakdown afterwards, or something similar. Ooh, it's changed. Ooh. Hello. In we go. Who's that? We are not alone. Show yourself. Ooh, yes, a hammer, baby. I wish we could use it as a weapon. Feeling awfully defenseless without any form of protection.
If you are new to God's basement, trust the operator. He will guide you.
3 times now. 3 times we have been told to trust the operator. Ooh, I can zoom. And always shut the doors. Always, always shut the doors. Whoa. Hello. Just as I was talking about shutting doors, there you go. A perfectly good reason. You get peekers. Creepers and peekers. What's this? Is this like pigception? Alright, I'm not going to look around too much because I don't think there's much to interact with. Ooh, is this the operator?
I see you found your way to the Blue Room. I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding it. By the way, I forgot to mention who I am. Just call me the operator for now. It's not an official name, but I find it quite catchy. You're making great progress so far. We've been having some issues with the lights recently, so you'll need a flashlight. There's one in the next room on a table, next to a radio. It'll be quite handy in the upcoming areas. I know that this may not be what you expected, but the truth is, there are many versions of life after death, and God's basement is one of them. Thank you for trusting me. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Once again, if you run into anything suspicious or strange, ignore it to the best of your ability. I'll talk to you again in the next room after you've retrieved the flashlight. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm probably going to need it. Oh, you know it's going to get spooky with a flashlight. And it keeps saying ignore any scary stuff. Does this count as scary stuff? Flashlight. Dear Mother, sorry I haven't been answering your calls. I know it wasn't your fault, but losing Kevin and Dad has taken a toll on all of us. I think Sarah and I just need some time to grieve and accept what happened. Take care, your son Neil Young. So I haven't seen... Oh, that got me. That got me good.
I see you found a flashlight. Past this door, things can get quite dangerous. Your memories from your past life are still probably blurry, but they'll start coming back shortly. For the time being, make your way down through the hallway. I highly advise you not to spend too much time looking around. If anything makes an attempt to get your attention, ignore it to the best of your ability. If you see anything or anyone approach you, do whatever is necessary to avoid contact with that entity. Most importantly, do not, I repeat, do not acknowledge their existence. If you follow these guidelines, you should be just fine. Give me a minute or two to unlock the door. Once the screen shows that it is unlocked, you may proceed. I'll see you again soon. Good luck.
Was that flashing before? It wasn't, was it? I wish I shut that door. And again, it's saying avoid. Is this a game where I have to run and hide from things? Oh, it's a radio. Right, well, I'm not going over there. Let's pretend that nothing happened. That's what he said, right? See, look at me, I'm just avoiding. Why can't I? Oh. Ah, there we go. God did not forgive me. With Pixception. Forgive who for what? Oh, crumbs. What do I do? God did not. Ooh. They sound in pain. Oh, it's her again. She waddles off into the shadows. Shut this? Nope. Oh, thank you very much. All these notes.
In other news, a car crash resulted in the death of a grandfather and an infant child. Authorities reported that the car swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The only survivor was the grandmother of the infant child. Although she suffered major injuries, she is currently in stable condition. Authorities also reported that the grandfather was driving the vehicle and that alcohol might have been involved in the incident.
Yep. Is that woman our grandmother then? Or our mother? They've been talking about Granny a lot more though. Why is she here? Is it a guilt thing? I mean, I'm guessing we're in hell or purgatory, as it is God's basement. In my mind, God's attic would be heaven. So the basement could be a lower level of heaven or hell itself. Oh, I missed this. Another phone call. Is it the operator? They never answered any of my letters or my calls. I waited an eternity to hear the sound of their voices. What do I do? In this game, they tend to make you stare at stuff, and it magically does things. Stare? No. Ooh, it's the phone again. Nothing is happening. What am I missing? Oh, he did say to ignore anything strange. Maybe I shouldn't pick it up. I've tried everything else, and the phone call is the only consistent thing. It worked. Logic. If you try something 3 times and it doesn't work, try the opposite. Well, this looks a bit nicer. Dear Mother, hey, I know it's been a while since we last saw each other, but I just wanted to let you know that the delivery was successful. It's a perfectly healthy boy, and we've named him James. That's me. He's absolutely adorable, and I can't wait for you to meet him. Take care, your son, Neil Young.
I'm glad you made it through in one piece. Whatever you saw might have jogged your memory a bit, even though all of it occurred before you were born. Your parents, Neil and Sarah Young, had a son named Kevin. Your grandparents were looking after him when an unfortunate incident occurred. After losing their only son, your parents decided it would be best to create some distance between your grandmother. Although she tried her best to seek their forgiveness, the grief they felt was too painful. For a long time, they stayed out of contact with your grandmother. After a few years, they had you, James Young. They still were quite distant with your grandmother, possibly afraid the same incident might happen again. I don't want to bore you too much with those details. There is something I require from you. For you to unlock more of your memories, you need to go deeper into God's basement. To do that, you need to retrieve a security card to get past the door to your right. Fortunately, there is one down the hallway to your left. Just follow it all the way down, past the area with the red lights, and it should be in a storage room filled with shelves. Once you retrieve it, bring it back and slide it across the panel next to the door. I know you still have your suspicions, but I swear all your questions will be answered. Once you have a complete understanding of your past life, I'll tell you what God's basement really is, but you have quite some ways to go. Keep doing exactly as I say. And one last thing. Good luck.
Yep. I guess Granny is upset because she wasn't part of our lives. Although, it said earlier, we were in fact raised mostly by Granny. So how does that work? If she isn't allowed to see us, why were we raised by her? I don't know whether to shut this door because will I be running back out? Ooh, what do we have here? Our first puzzle. Are there any clues, or do I just have to wing it? 6 screens, 6 buttons. Oh, there's a note. Let's check that. Last night I had a dream. I was walking towards my son and his family. They looked so happy together and I yearned to be a part of it. As I kept walking, they kept shrinking, becoming more and more distant. Even as I increased my pace, the space between kept exponentially increasing until they disappeared. I haven't seen them since the accident. My son writes to me every now and then, but will never answer any of my calls. I haven't heard his voice in years. They recently had another child, an adorable baby boy. I desperately wished to see him, and my son wrote to me saying that he couldn't wait for us to meet. I pray that he keeps his word. Margaret Young. Well, no clues on that. In fact, I can't find any clues at all. I guess I'll just push a bunch of buttons and hope for the best. Unless it is to do with the screens. Right, I'm going to investigate and I'll fast forward it all because this could take me a while. Oh, there must be a hint. Am I just being stupid? I'm really trying to think logically. And, I'm usually really good at puzzles. But this is defeating me. I'm looking it up. I don't care. So sue me. I wanted to look it up to see if there are hints on how people found the right order. But is there any logic to this? How do you figure it out? Very weird. If you've played this game, can you tell me how you figured out the code? Yeah, I'm not shutting these doors because it looks worse in here than it does out there. That's the only exception. If you think you need to run, have an emergency escape. Right, so I'm looking for a key card. Any monsters? Any grannies? Just a very loud radio. What's with the radio? It's a common element so far. Keycard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Oh. Yep. Granny is coming. I should run. This is me running. Oh, she's gonna get me. I'm moving at like 1 mile per hour. Back off, Granny. Back off. I swear in the beginning I was moving faster. Yeah, so I looked up the code, but nobody explains how they got the code, just that this is the code. How did they get it? Blood? Has there been a murder? It was the teddy. He's seen some shit. Dear Mother, how have you been? It's been pretty hectic over here balancing family and work. James is about half a year old now and he's growing healthily, but I have some bad news. I might have to relocate to another state because of my job in the next few months. I don't know for sure yet, but there is a high probability of the relocation. I know I promised to let you see your grandson and I really intend to let you see him, but it's difficult to find the time. I'll keep you updated on everything. Your son, Neil Young. So, they've been avoiding Grandma like the plague. Do I have to stare at something? Who am I supposed to feel sorry for? Granny? Or did she know that her husband was drink driving? Is she part of the problem? I don't know.
In other news, a car crash resulted in the death of a grandfather and an infant child. Authorities reported that the car swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The only survivor was the grandmother of the infant child. Although she suffered major injuries, she is currently in stable condition. Authorities also reported that the grandfather was driving the vehicle and that alcohol might have been involved in the incident.
And there she is, the marvel herself, glistening in the spotlight. It says that she received minor injuries, but her throat looks pretty messed up. Can I come closer? Did she hang or slit her neck? What was that? Oh my goodness. Is that a baby in the box? Oh, flaming Nora, have mercy on my soul. So far the story makes sense, except why did Granny raise me but wasn't allowed to see me? It's contradicting. And why am I dead? Did I die older or younger? There's a lot more. Ooh.
James, it has been some time since I've last seen you around. By now, you should have some idea of the history between your grandmother and your parents. After the accident occurred, there was extreme tension between them. It was understandable given the context of the situation. Your parents wanted some space due to the grief they were experiencing. Your grandmother, dealing with the guilt and loneliness, longed for support and forgiveness, something your parents did not grant. I promise we'll get to your part of the story soon. To satisfy your curiosity for a bit, I'll tell you a small truth about God's basement. God's basement is a place to reflect on your past life. That statement might be a bit broad, but I'll tell you more as you continue your journey. As for this area, there seems to be a locked door with a keypad. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'll see you around soon. Good luck.
Thank you. He's always wishing me a lot of luck. How bad is it in God's basement? Are we gonna find it? What am I looking for? Oh, a code. Granny? You here? Aha, the code. Yeah, 911. Makes sense. Oh no, she's coming. You better back off, Granny. Now, how do I put these pages together? E, F, V. Do I have an inventory? No. Ooh, we have liftoff. Dear son, it's been a couple of months since I received a letter from you. I was just curious about James. How is my grandson doing? When will I get to see him? I've been so lonely lately. You said in your last letter that you'd let me see him and that you would keep me updated. But I'm sure you're very busy with your career along with raising your child. Please just don't leave without telling me. I might just die of heartbreak if I don't get to see all of you before you go. Love, Margaret. Aww. Granny just needs a hug. A hug can change the world. 0911. Shut you. I've only been scared a few times, but it is like the atmosphere is quite... Ooh, I spoke too soon. The teddy bear again. This must have belonged to my brother. I've forgotten his name. Is it Kevin? What do I need to stare at this time? Always something to stare at. Ooh, can I see him? I hope not. Oh, Granny wants to see me. Hello? Yeah, I want to enter. You push, I pull. Or if she breaks down this door, I am gone. I am not gone. I am gone. Granny, I am gone. That was pretty hard to find. I could have spent hours in there if I didn't see that. Right, let's get the heck away from Granny. Granny's pissed. Oh no. I'll come back to that. Oh, alright, here we go, boys. Here we go. There she is, in all her glory. The one, the only, Granny. See, look at her neck. What happened to it? Should I be this close? Will she pop up in my face? Boo! Did that just open? No. What is open? Ooh. That sounds like a murder. Is Gran... Can I see? I keep hearing a door opening, but I can't find it. Ah, is that the police? Yeah. 911 was on the note. Right, we are at a crossroads. To our left, we have hell. To our right, we have heaven. And in front, purgatory. Let's try our luck in hell. Nope. Heaven? Heaven doesn't want us. Ooh. That's not good. Oh dear. I think Granny might be coming for us. I don't even want to move. Nope. Oh no. Oh, are you ready? I can hear her. Is that her? She's coming. Oh, didn't even scare me. You have to be quiet. I'm playing a game. Yeah, I'm playing a game. Is that okay? You're being very noisy. I'm trying to scare the people. And then they hear cute sounds. Ooh, this looks nice. Are we in God's attic? Nothing bad could possibly happen here. What's on the TV?
James, I hope you're okay. That looked like it probably hurt. Good news is, this room looks relatively safe.
That's just what I said.
I also have some more good news. You're going to be exploring your early childhood memories. For the most part, you were raised by your grandmother. A good chunk of your memories have manifested themselves in the form of journal entries. Read those carefully as they represent your thoughts and emotions at the time. You probably thought you'd be stuck in that dimly lit, creepy office area forever. At least you're getting a change of scenery. God's basement tends to manifest itself in an unusual way. The more you remember about your childhood, the creepier things can get. Remember when I asked you to ignore anything unusual? Well, that was just a joke. It's obviously there for a reason. The only reason I said that was to frighten you. I find it quite amusing.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, I should probably wrap this monologue up. Find more about your past. And one last thing.
Good luck. The operator is enjoying this a bit too much. I'm not sure how I feel about them. They even know something I don't. I don't know, maybe I did something bad. Or maybe they're just not very nice and we shouldn't trust them. A brutal crime scene emerged this weekend within a quiet suburban neighborhood. 2 victims, Neil Young and Sarah Young, were viciously stabbed by an unknown assailant. The 2 parents leave an infant son behind. Authorities do not have a lead, and it was reported that each victim was stabbed over 30 times, resulting in the faces of the victims to be heavily distorted and mangled. This brutal crime has shocked the local community. Whoa. I think we know who might have done that. That is very messed up, though. That means that Granny brutally, not just killed, but brutally murdered her own children until they were unrecognizable, just because she couldn't see her grandson. I mean, we all grieve in different ways, but she should have gone to therapy. Can you hear it? White noise, the sound of silence. I sleep with white noise. What's happening now? I wish I didn't do that zoomed in. Alright, we're off to see the wizard. Grandma has been acting strange lately. She seems to be very forgetful and misplaces a lot of her belongings, like her car keys and medication. It was my birthday last week, but I think she forgot that too. I'm going into middle school pretty soon, so I'm a bit nervous about that. I hope she starts getting better soon, James. Have you noticed that James doesn't have a last name on the letters, but everybody else does? Alright, so Granny is going a bit senile, perhaps insane. Or maybe she is just possessed. I don't know at this point. They are all the same picture. Grandma is acting strange again. Recently I've been finding random letters on all the pictures and paintings that we have hung up. But there is always just one red letter randomly drawn inside of the painting. I asked her about it, but she said she doesn't remember writing the letters. Ooh, it's a bit like Memento. I love that film. We are on the investigations for red letters. Oh, I wish they didn't put that there. This might take a while, so I'll probably skip it for you. And this should never have been placed here. There wasn't even a letter. I think it's glitched. Yep, no letter again. I wonder what this says.
In other news, last weekend, a brutal crime was committed in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The 2 victims were a young couple, recently turned parents, that were viciously stabbed while sleeping inside their bedroom. Authorities reported that the bodies were mutilated to the point of being unrecognizable. The 2 also left behind an infant son. Currently, There are no suspects or leads as to who committed the murder, but authorities are adamantly investigating the situation.
They were sleeping. They were asleep in their beds. Oh, that is so much worse. Oh, I think this is the room on the TV earlier. Something really strange is happening with Grandma. She doesn't seem like herself. She feels very distant and less lively. She doesn't enjoy talking as much as she used to. She seems very quiet, like she's always thinking about something. Unfortunately, her habit of forgetting things isn't getting any better. She frequently forgets to take her medication, so I have to remind her very often. I hope her condition improves. James. Was she extremely mentally unstable? Should I feel bad for her or not? Oh, this is difficult. I'm not sure yet. Why is this interactive? Ooh. Ooh. That's the first drawer I've been able to open in this entire game. It just needed a good old stare down. Let's begin. Oh, I do not want to turn around. Alright, everybody count to 3. Hold my hand. 1, 2. I'm going up. I'm going in. I'm taking one for the team. Granny? Granny.
Entry number 8. Recently, my grandmother has been acting strange. I've been waking up in the middle of the night hearing her crying. I usually find her pacing back and forth aimlessly. She usually won't even notice I'm there until I make my presence known. After she notices me, she gives me this blank expression, then walks away back into her bedroom. Sometimes I'll press my ear against her door, and I'll hear a distorted version of this classical song she always listened to. Although these incidents are rare, they still creep me out. It happens about once every few months. Hopefully she gets better.
Yeah. That explains the radios. I was wondering how they fitted in. Welcome home. There's no place like home. Now I'm going to have to think about opening drawers. I need to remember that that is a possibility. Right, people, I have a confession. I must admit that I actually cut the game here, and I didn't play it again for over 2 months. My health was really bad and I needed to rest up, so... But I am back, and we will carry on like it never happened, even though it's literally 2 separate videos joined together. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Let's get straight back into the scares. I've forgotten the controls. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm scared straight away. I wasn't scared playing it last time. Spooky. Can I lean? No. I'm entering my first year of high school. I'm pretty nervous about it, but excited at the same time. And my grandmother was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The diagnosis didn't really faze her. She seems a lot less lively these days, just listening to the radio or TV most of the time. I try to talk to her about current events and casual topics, but her responses are more bleak and dull than they ever used to be. I wouldn't describe her aura as depressing or gloomy. A more precise word would be hollow or empty. It's almost as if a part of her has drifted off somewhere and has yet to return. She would have episodes like this before, but the frequency and length of the episode seems to be increasing. James. Yep, so Grandma is losing it. Bless her. Is that normal? To have a room without a door doesn't seem normal. Maybe it's more common in other places. Do you have doors, people? Do you? And another one, no door. And a blank picture frame. Just picture this. Granny sat in her rocking chair, back and forth, staring at a blank picture. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, look. They're all blank. What is going on? Have I just gone back to the beginning? What the heck? Have I? I have, haven't I? Cool. It's like PT. I need to shut these doors for peace. Right. Ooh, okay. That one's shut for me. Oh, I can feel a jump coming. James, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've misplaced my keys somewhere. Can you please find them for me? Just place them next to this note once you've found them, Grandma. Alright, let's find Granny's keys. I'm literally just going to check everything. Any keys for me? Ooh, did I read this? Today I landed a part-time job tutoring my neighbour's kid. I can't get a real job yet since I'm only 14. but at least this will give me some kind of income. Regarding my grandmother's health, there have been no major changes. She remains uninterested and perpetually distant whenever I interact with her. Something kind of strange happened today. I caught her having a conversation with the radio. The thing is, the radio was off the whole time. She was arguing back and forth with it, as if it was a real human being. It kind of reminded me of the crazy people you have to deal with when taking public transport. It's kind of messed up that I found it just a teeny bit funny. I'll probably be sent to hell for laughing at it, but I couldn't help it. I have a sick sense of humour. I love her to death, and it pains me to see her deteriorate like this. I hope she gets better, James. Well, it turns out you might indeed have been sent to hell, James. Never laugh at Granny. Never. Any keys in here? Nope. I got them. Yes. Please do not jump out. Please, Granny. Ooh, key finder. Oh dear, it's coming, isn't it? It's coming. I did what she asked. Oh, trust me to miss that. Yeah, I was actually lost. I really was. Okay, what is that? Ah, it's a cabinet. Whee! Something must have changed. I don't like not having a door. Oh, everybody pray. Pray to all the gods. I have to turn around. Please don't do this. Okay. I'm really on edge as well right now because I found a massive house spider in my room, and right now my feet are on the floor. I'm very, very worried. I could scream if anything touches me. Anything. Alright, let's all be brave. Let's all be brave. I'm brave. Look at me zooming in. Granny? Oh, Granny, please don't scare me. Last night, I caught my grandmother staring at a painting in the middle of the hallway. It was in the middle of the night and her eyes were locked onto the picture. It was kind of eerie seeing her entranced by it. After staring at it for at least half an hour, she walked off casually. I took a closer look at the painting and it was completely blank. It was literally a blank piece of paper she was staring at. At least I have some good news. I earned a raise from my tutoring job, and I've started tutoring another neighbour's kid, so I earn more money. Yay! I just wrapped up my first year of high school, so I'm glad I'll have something to keep me busy throughout the summer besides taking care of my grandmother. James. Now, I'm actually quite used to this kind of thing, and I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've seen some weird shit. You can do some strange stuff when your mind is elsewhere. Forgive. Will you forgive? Probably not if you murdered my parents, Granny. Probably not. Will you forgive? He never. Oh, he will never forgive you. I can hear her. Please stay in your room, Granny. Ooh, this is open. Nothing has made me jump yet. It's coming though, isn't it? Oh, look at that. We're back in the paradox. I keep going through these doors expecting to be somewhere new, and every time I'm like, wait. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of plates breaking. I dashed out of my room to see what was happening. I saw her in the kitchen repeatedly trying to carry a plate from the kitchen to the dining room. While walking over to the dining room, she would drop the plate and repeat the process. I walked over to her and guided her back to her bedroom. I set up a small barricade so she wouldn't be able to get out so easily. A small barricade. Oh dear. She could have really hurt herself. Maybe I should just set up a barricade so she doesn't get out of her room at night. I'm in the middle of my second year of high school right now, and it's been really hard balancing school, friends, and taking care of my grandmother. Most of the time I have to turn down social events because I have to stay home and make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. James. A barricade? I don't know about that, but like what? A cage? It is very difficult looking after someone with severe mental health problems, though. It's not easy for anybody involved. Oh, the plates. She was breaking the plates, yeah. Alright, Granny, what have you got for me? Oh, can you hear that?
In other news, a car crash resulted in the death of a grandfather and an infant child. Authorities reported that the car swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The only survivor was the grandmother of the infant child. Although he suffered major injuries, he was currently in stable condition. Authorities also reported that the grandfather was driving the vehicle and that alcohol might have been involved in the incident.
Yeah, they repeat that a lot. They really want you to focus on that storyline, the details. The grandma being the only survivor and having that weighing over her shoulders. The grandfather also drunk driving. It's a very heavy storyline. Oh my goodness. The last time it was this dark, at a crossroads, we all know Granny came for me, and it wasn't nice. Ooh, take a deep breath. Oh, that's dark. I am scared of the dark. I hate it. I would cry if all the lights went off. I would actually cry. I've seen some shit in the dark. And I grew up in a very, very haunted house. It was terrifying. And whenever the lights were off, I've got some stories. If anybody wants to hear them, I have got some serious ghost stories. It's very interesting. And one of the main reasons I love playing horror games, because I've experienced this my whole life pretty much. And it's really interesting to see other people's interpretations of it. As it's different for everyone, we all experience the spiritual world, even the physical world, through unique eyes. We all have an individual experience and journey in life. And I love seeing into people's minds and their creations. It's truly incredible. Oh, Granny, here we go. Ooh, I don't want to turn around, Granny. This game's really good at building tension. It's very intense. When I stare at this picture, the music goes weird. Something's happening. Ooh, I'm getting pushed. In this place, he does not dwell. God is not present. No one will help you here. Hell is here. This could be hell. I mean, we're in God's basement, bitch.
Can you hear it? Can you hear the dread? Can you hear it calling your name?
Oh, you freaking biatch. That's what I get for making jokes. That scared the bejesus out of my soul. I went to hell. What does she want? She's always doing a little dance. I'm sweating, like actually sweating, and not from the heat, from fear. Ooh, is this a paradox again? We haven't been forwards yet. Ooh, I hear a TV. Right, let's read this note first. I'm starting to worry about the future. Grandma's condition continues to get worse. Is she going to stay like this for the rest of her life? I hope not. What will happen if I have to leave for college? Who is going to take care of her? The way it is now, I can barely leave her alone for 2 seconds without her breaking something. I'm currently in my 3rd year of high school, so I still have a little bit of time to think about that. Hopefully I'll come up with a solution later. James. Yeah, it is a difficult situation. Caring for a family member, it can take up all of your life if you allow it to. She's running around. I can hear her dancing feet. Alright, just checking I didn't miss anything. Alright, in we go. I wonder if I can get a crowbar for the door. We're in the paradox. I keep saying paradox, but it's not really, is it? I'm going to say paradox because that's just where my brain is currently at. It's more like an infinite loop. I guess a bootstrap paradox. Oh no. Where is that? Let's try and find it. Is this a new note? I just entered my senior year of high school. It's time to start thinking about what happens after high school. I recently applied for this scholarship. It would pay for basically all my expenses, including tuition, room and board, and everything else. My biggest issue right now is my grandmother. We don't really have any relatives or anyone to take care of her besides me. Will I have to take care of her for the rest of her life? The answer seems to be yes. Her condition keeps getting worse and worse. I know this is selfish, but I feel quite bitter about this current situation. I keep having to make sacrifices for her sake. Hopefully I'll think of a solution sooner rather than later. James. There she is, the one and only. Doing a little jig and jive. She fades away into the darkness. Oh, Granny. Oh, Granny. Granny. I feel a little game of hide and seek is upon us. The candle has been blown out. She don't like the light. Granny is of the dark. She is a creature born of the night. There she is. She slithers away into the shadows of the soul. Don't follow me, Granny. I will have an aneurysm. We have another letter. Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God?
Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God?
Yes to all of the above, and thank you for asking. So who is the operator? Is he supposed to be the devil? Or my subconscious, perhaps? Or an angel who works in God's basement? Are we playing in the devil's playground? I'm getting used to the paradox system now, so I'm not even closing doors behind me. I'm not afraid anymore. Are you leaving me too? Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty. No. 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 Oh, that got me good. I need to gather myself. I am brave. I am strong. I'm guessing the teddy and the crying is to do with our younger brother who died in the car accident. That would be the only thing that makes sense. I can't remember his name. Is it Timothy? No, probably not. Ooh, this has moved. I need a hammer. Yes. Let's find a hammer. We have obtained the hammer. Will she come at me now? Please don't hurt me, Granny. Can I not keep the hammer? That would be very comforting. Feeling very vulnerable without a weapon. Oh, bless her. I think she's lost her vision. Granny, that's the wall, mate. Ooh. Run away, run away, run, run, run. Did I die? I mean, I'm already dead and probably in hell, but did I die? I also had a mini heart attack, but I am trying to play it cool.
James, it's been a while since our last encounter. That was a lot of information to absorb. I hope you got most of it, but I'll try to summarize the best that I can. You were trying your hardest to get by high school while also taking care of your grandmother, along with holding a part-time job. At the end of high school, you had amazing grades and received a full-ride scholarship. The only problem was you would have to leave your grandmother to attend college. She raised you all by herself after your parents passed away. It tore you up inside, knowing that you would have to abandon her to move forward in your life. Slowly but surely, her condition kept deteriorating, to the point where it was an extreme burden to provide care for her. You had to make a choice, abandon her and move on with your life, or throw away a full-ride scholarship and sacrifice your potential to take care of her. Are you ready to find out what choice you made? This is kind of exciting, isn't it? Well, I won't make you wait any longer. You chose to stay. You felt that it would be wrong to abandon her, especially when she needed you the most. She took care of you when you were abandoned, right? You were just returning the favor. If you haven't noticed, this area represents your old job. The one you worked while taking care of your grandmother after you graduated. First thing you should probably do is sign in. Enter the door to your left and find your ID card. I'll speak to you soon. Good luck.
That makes so much sense. This is our workplace. And it's sad that he gave up his dream. It's such a tricky situation, and so many people go through this kind of stuff. But when it's a family member or somebody else and you're the youngest, that's, it's really tricky and it's quite unfair. Maybe, I don't know at this point if I should feel bad for James, for Granny, for anyone. I feel like a twist is going to be coming up. Nobody seems innocent in this situation. But I can't hate on James for not wanting to sacrifice his life for this. Especially after Granny, what she did to her, to his parents. I mean, this game, it really gets you in your head and the morals of everything. Yeah. Ooh, I picked up a box. What do I do with it? Oh, I stack them here. Yes, this is heaven. Sweet, sweet heaven. Oh, this is truly a delight.
James, are you having fun organizing those boxes?
Yeah, I really am. Thank you for blessing me.
Are those boxes heavy? It must get pretty tiring doing this 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Nope. Imagine this job. You don't have to speak to people. Like, he actually did pick the right path. Put your headphones in, listen to some music, organise the boxes. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm an introvert? I know some people would hate this job, but...
Hey, I think you missed one. Look over there, in the corner.
I don't want to. I'll just keep stacking. Don't you ruin this for me. This is the best thing I've had all day. Oh, I didn't know I did these as well.
Does it get tiring?
No.
Doing this job day after day, only to come home having to care for your elderly grandmother.
No, yeah. That part is not so good.
should have just taken the scholarship and ran off. Think of all the potential you wasted. Was it worth it? Doing the same thing every single day. It might seem like I'm trying to belittle you, but I'm just relaying the thoughts you had at the time. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Sacrificing the future for the present. Sacrificing all that potential to have a clear conscience. Was it worth it? Wow, great job, James. Are you ready to start all over again tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I want to do it right now. Sign me up, baby. See you tomorrow. Oh. That was a nice break, as the last bit really scared me. It gave my heart some rest from exploding. And we're back into the scares. Where are we now? Welcome home. Enter your old house. Ooh. We have returned to where it all began. Oh, a knife. Can I take it? Gosh, what a loud light. I could give you brain cancer. Crikey. Ooh, what cereals do we have? Honey Nut Cheers. Whales? Whales? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that drawer scared the life out of me. Whoa, listen to that. That sounds like a freaking weapon. The boxes, the hammer, it's all here. What do I need this for? Oh, I heard something. Oh no, shower curtain. Shower curtains get me every time. The haunted house that I lived in, the bathroom was the most haunted part. Just thinking about it, it gives me the absolute chills. And it had this sliding door. And every time I'd be in the kitchen, the bathroom door would slowly slide open. And you'd be peering into this dark, creepy bathroom. And what can you do, really, except have a heart attack on sight, you know? Yeah, bathrooms always scare me. Haunted bathrooms. What's the hammer for? Sorrow. Where is she? I wish this door would open all the way. Is she outside? Granny? Oh, she's in there. Oh no. We're locking Granny in. Shit. That can't be good. She is contained. Is she though? Probably not. She'll be back. Right. Now what? Oh. Clean up any broken plates. Hide a knife under bed. Check emails on phone. Nail wooden planks on door. Turn off all the lights. And then go to bed. How do I have to do it in the order? Hide knife under bed. Where was the bedroom? These doors, man. Under the bed you go. I don't want to turn all the lights off. I really don't. Can we skip that part? Check emails. It is unfortunate that you have declined our scholarship program. Thank you for applying, and we hope that you are successful in all your future academic endeavours. Oh, my cat wants to come in. Hang on, I'm going to have to let the madam in. She won't shut up otherwise. Come in, we're playing a game. I'm playing a game, baby. Okay? No, you can't sit on my... You okay? You silly thing, did you fall off? Is it turn off the lights time? Alright, Mimi. Can we be quiet a little bit? You happy? Oh, you a happy girl. Right. Sorry if you can hear her purring. She's quite loud. Very cute, but very loud. Nope, she's back. Guess who's back? Mimi's back. Super loud. Shut the door and go to bed. Ah, there we go. Snuggly, snuggly in the dark. Please, please don't give me a panic. Oh yeah, we locked Granny in the room. Do you think she's got out? If her face pops up, I will die. I'm scared. She's knocking on me blooming door. Hello? Yes, come in, Granny. Get into bed with me. I will tuck you in. I've got a knife under the bed, though. Oh, she's getting mad. Will she knock the frickin' door down? Oh, I'm gonna cry. The barrier is down. I repeat, the barrier is down. Yep, she is free. She's on the loose, roaming the hallway. She's on foot. She's opened my door. She has opened my door. Right, guess what, Granny? Oh, they won't let me put the lights back on. Alright, Granny, it's me and you. Let's do this. Here I come. Ready or not. For an old woman, she's got to be quite strong. Kicking the barrier down. Granny? Where she be? Probably in the kitchen, right? Breaking plates, as she does. Yep, I knew it. That's what she does. She's a plate smasher. Pain, are you full of it? Patience, are you out of it? When will your suffering end? Probably never, Granny, because I'm in hell repeating it over and over again. He reminds me of the guy from Saw.
Do you want to play a game?
Why is he getting punished for wanting to live his own life? He must have done something, right? Has there been a hacking? Today I found my laptop broken. I left her alone for just a few minutes while I was in the bathroom, and I guess she walked into my room and had an episode. I have to drain my savings in order to replace it. Things get broken. It's only stuff. It's only money. It's only paper. It's only numbers. It's only a vital life source. It's only the very thing people need to survive and feed and clothe themselves. It's only money. I shouldn't be sent to this type of hell just for wanting to live my own life. Again, it must be darker and deeper than we know. This punishment isn't fitting. Yet. Did he end Granny? Or are they just being harsh? Shut ye? Alright, we've got a lot of information. Yeah, we've seen these documents already.
While sifting through some old boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her. With no family or friends left, living a hopeless and bleak existence, your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil. That was all you needed. A way to justify her death, a way to break the burden of taking care of her. Do you remember what you did? I'll walk you through it once more, just in case you've forgotten.
Maybe I did do something very bad. It just doesn't feel right. I did something unspeakable. I killed them. I murdered them both. I didn't know what to do. I had nothing left to live for. I'm sorry. These are all the letters we found throughout the game. Shit, did I put an end to Grandma? Ooh, we're all messed up then. This whole family has some heavy burdens. We're about to find out the truth. What did I do? Oh, that's so cool. I like the red. It looks really beautiful. Here we go. Granny's room. The rocking chair, the picture, the radio. So she went crazy in this room. This is where it all happened. The radio, the knife. Did I stab her? Get the knife, get the new radio, get the phone, place the knife on her bed, replace the old radio, place the phone on table outside the door, wait outside her room. So did he make her? Did he set it up to make her take her own life? Because she isn't stable mentally. It's easy to convince her. Put the phone here.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me? I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach.
Wow.
You're doing a wonderful job. Now, press a little harder.
He could have just put her in a home.
Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain, but that's going to be temporary.
This is dark.
You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a warm, red fluid gushing out of your stomach? If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh.
It's going quite into detail.
Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh.
What the heck?
You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot. I want you to jab the knife into the wound 3 times. This time, don't slowly apply pressure. I want you to press the knife into your stomach as hard as you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Very specific.
You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain? Are you suffering? I know you are, but don't worry. It'll all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have to do is to repeat the process, except this time. Press the knife against your neck.
How is she still alive?
Whenever you're ready, just swiftly thrust the knife into your neck. Then very soon, all the pain will go away. That's it. Let it all go. Pass on into the next world, wherever that might be. Goodbye. I can guarantee you will not be missed.
James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries. Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you wanted. You were finally free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly, blood gushing out of her wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left. She lived in your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep. Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually, you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly, your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted until one night you overdosed on sleep medication. Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is. God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable. The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life and watch their slow descent into evil. Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life slowly pass you by. All those opportunities you sacrificed. All that potential wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement. I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person. My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to relive their life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything up. You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time. You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
Wow. That's... Wow. Whoa. That's a lot to think about. Wow. Has anybody ever been in a coma? I know when I've been under general anesthesia, I experienced some very strange things. Have any of you had something similar? That was amazing. I really enjoyed it. And what a perspective they give you. So it really makes you think. It makes you question all of your life choices. What's worth it, what's not. The morals of empathy. And I like the fact that they took into consideration the whole situation. You know, Grandma she wasn't quite there anymore, but she also brutally ended the lives of her children. With many things in life, it's always a black and white situation and outcome. It's either good or bad. But in this, it's very understanding of the situation. It's the grey area. There was so much going on emotionally, mentally, spiritually. All aspects were considered. It's not black and white. Everything has a grey area. We all do things, but it's the circumstances, the whys, the force behind our actions. As someone who delves into the spirit world, the other side of life, I know it probably sounds a bit mad saying that, but that's my reality, and they did a really good job of recreating an experience for people to kind of understand what it feels like. It's very, very close to things I've personally experienced. Yeah, I'm impressed. And thank you all for watching, if anybody is watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will shut my mouth and I hope to see you in my future videos. Until next time.